Hey YouTubers, Star Wars fans and silver screen fans, Nathan Alex Xavier here, just doing another Master Replicas .45 lightsaber review. If you've already been following my other videos, I've been doing a few reviews of these specific lightsabers for a few days slash weeks or whatever now. Basically, I've already got a few reviews up already. I've got the Anakin Saber review up, the Luke Skywalker and Darth Sidious, and I did a comparison as well. But if you've been watching the ones so far, then I did state in the previous video or videos that I was planning on getting all of the Darth Vader lightsabers, as there are a few. I think there are at least 3, maybe 4 different representational incarnations of that specific lightsaber. And this is the first one I was planning on getting, because despite the fact that the actual lightsaber is not very well liked in like the fan community, it's actually one of my favourites. This is the .45 Master Replicas Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader lightsaber. And as I just said, many of the fans absolutely despise this lightsaber. They despise the design. They obviously appreciate and love where it came from. Obviously, it's Darth Vader's lightsaber. But this specific version of it, the fans absolutely hate. They did change a few things, a few designs on this specific version of the lightsaber. As with all of the prequel lightsabers, it's thinner. It appeared thinner in obviously just still photos because it never appeared on screen. But it's thinner. It's got its machine finish. And just in general, it takes certain inspirations from the original designs, but it kind of does its own thing. It's its own entity at the same time. But yeah, let's get on with the review, and then I can tell you a few things that I've picked up, bits of information that I found out about this specific lightsaber that's actually contributed to making it one of my favourite Darth Vader lightsabers. So, as with all of the previous Master Replicas .45 lightsabers, the attention to detail is absolutely phenomenal. These quite literally are just a miniature version of the Master Replicas 1:1 scale ones. It has absolutely all the attention to detail, texture and whatever else, the paint application that the 1:1 scale lightsabers do. This is just simply a miniature version of it. It's a .45 scale version of it. So there is absolutely no drop in quality whatsoever, which is good if you plan on collecting, whether it's a few of these or all of these, because it means there is going to be a consistency in terms of quality. You know, there's not going to be one specific .45 replica that's going to be a drop in quality and another one that's going to be high in quality. They're all going to be completely consistent with each other. So let's have a look at some of the things on this lightsaber that I particularly like and some things that the fans do not. One of the design aesthetics on it that I really like is the design on the activation box right here, because it's quite reminiscent of the Anakin Skywalker Revenge of the Sith lightsaber. It has actually quite a similar design on the activation box. So that was something that definitely carried over to the Darth Vader version. The same as the little switch right here. It's very, very similar. I do intend on doing a side-by-side comparison with the Anakin Skywalker Revenge of the Sith lightsaber. I'll do that in a different video, just like a side-by-side comparison, but I'll just for now just concentrate on this one and maybe give some little tidbits, bit of information that you may not have known. As for aspects of the lightsaber that the fans do not like, gripes, etc., the main gripe of this lightsaber that a lot of the fans have is this box right here. This is the main point of a lot of the fan frustration that they absolutely despise. They find it's quite clunky, quite big, and just draws too much of your attention to that specific bit right here. But I personally don't overly have a problem with it. To be fair, yeah, If it was up to me, I'd probably have it so that it wasn't here, maybe so it doesn't look so clunky and cumbersome, that it just looks a little bit more smoother. I actually really like the pommel as well. I really like the pommel design. This particular type of style of pommel had not actually been used on a Darth Vader lightsaber before. Most of the Darth Vader lightsabers, the pommel went to just the length of the grips. There hadn't been one before that went further than the length of the grip, so I actually like that this is the first one that did that. But yeah, in general, as a whole, it's a very, very, very good looking lightsaber for me. And I think that if you are a Darth Vader enthusiast, that he's one of your favourite characters, and in particular you absolutely love his lightsaber, then this is definitely one that you want for your collection. It's not going to disappoint. I think that in pictures and even in video, and this video is 1080p, it doesn't really do it justice. I feel that having it in person and seeing it in person, that's what really does this lightsaber justice, as with, to be honest, all of the 0.45 scaled replicas. And you can see, let me show you a little bit of the, if I can, of the emitter as well, because I know a lot of people do like to see the emitter. The emitter is a little bit different to what we've seen before. The general shape of it is similar to the other Darth Vader / Luke Skywalker lightsabers, but if you actually look inside, that's obviously how it really would have appeared in a 1-to-1 scale. It's not like Master Replicas sort of did their own thing when it came to any part of the lightsaber. Even something like the emitter, this is how it would actually look on a 1-to-1 scale. Let's make sure that that's... Just trying to make sure that it's... There we go, that's a good focus. So that's what it looks like in the 0.45 scale, and that's what it would look like in a 1-to-1 scale as well. And I absolutely love these just very small, like copper / orangey brass sort of like accents. There's only two here, just these two screws, one there and the other one here. But one thing I actually really like about it is that just the colour, that is something that's like a trend or whatever, an aesthetic that carried on from this lightsaber from the Anakin Skywalker / Hayden Christensen Revenge of the Sith lightsaber. So I like that that's a design point that actually carried over from one lightsaber to another. I actually really like that. And the grips texture wise, rubber, basically like a strong sturdy rubber. See if I can let's get that to focus. Yeah, like a strong rubber sort of texture. Full length as well, practically full length from the pommel to the activation box. It's pretty much full length. Obviously it's not going to be proper full length because obviously the pommel protrudes somewhat. It's like an extended pommel, which we haven't really seen on other Darth Vader lightsabers before. But yeah, all in all, I'd have to say that this is probably, even if it's on like a 1-to-1 scale, it's one of my favourite lightsaber designs. It's my second favourite Darth Vader lightsaber design. My favourite Darth Vader lightsaber design is the Empire Strikes Back. And this has to be my second favourite, just behind that one. But this is it anyway. I'm going to do a comparison review, so watch out for that. Should be uploading that very, very soon. There'll be a comparison review, not of another Darth Vader 0.45 replica just yet, as I don't actually own one yet. I do plan on going for my favourite Darth Vader lightsaber next, the Empire Strikes Back. So I will do a side-by-side comparison of that. But the one I'm going to do next will be a side-by-side comparison with the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. And yeah, I think I might actually do another video concentrating on this lightsaber, but rather it being a review of the .45 Master Replicas, just some information on the lightsaber itself. I did plan to do it in this one, but I do like to keep these videos short. I don't like for them to really drag on. It's already gone over 10 minutes, and that's kind of like the maximum of what I like to go for on these videos. So watch out for the information video on this specific lightsaber and the comparison review with the Anakin Skywalker Revenge of the Sith lightsaber. So thanks for tuning in, guys and girls, and I will see you all again very soon.